الله أكبر الله أكبر.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello everyone and welcome. We want to talk about another object as mutahharat or cleaners. It's the ground. It's the soil. Soil can clean souls of humans and animals. If your foot, your soul has been najis, was in contact with a najis object, you stepped on something najis, you can walk on the soil and your foot will be clean, but under some specific conditions. Let me add this: even your outsole of your shoe, it can be cleaned by soil. But here are conditions of that. First one is the soil must be dry. If the ground is wet, it won't clean your foot. And the second condition is that the soil itself must be clean. You cannot walk on religiously unclean ground and expect that your feet will get clean. And the third condition is that the ground must be made of soil, sand, rocks, and things like this. It cannot be made out of metal or plastic or wood or things like that. It must be soil or made out of a soil to clean your foot or your shoe. Last point is, when that najis will be disappear, that's when your foot or your shoe gets cleaned. So if you walked, for example, 10 steps and there's still that object under your feet, it's not clean yet. Maybe remove the object first, and after that walk. It's recommended to walk at least 15 steps after that, so it would be absolutely clean. The next item on the list of cleaners and mutahharat is the sun. Sun can clean certain objects like the ground, like buildings and their parts, like door, windows, walls, columns, coolers, and these types of things. And also trees and plants, but as long as they're still in the ground, not after they've been cut out. So what are the conditions? Sun can clean objects that we mentioned under specific circumstances. First, the source of najis must be removed. After that, that object, like wall, ground, or building, must be wet. That wet, if something reaches it, the second object will get wet too. Third, the sun must dry out the najis object like the wall or ground, and sunlight must do it by itself. They cannot be wind helping the sunlight, drying out the wet wall. And last but not least is that there cannot be anything like clouds or curtains in the way of sunlight getting on the wall, unless it's very thin that it doesn't even count. So in a cloudy day, you cannot expect your wall gets clean by sunlight, because there is no sunlight actually. There is abstract in the way. So in the next session, we will continue our discussions on mutahharat. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.